Hey, so we are 2 days away from the big surgery for Alyssa, her upper and lower jaw surgery. And I'm gonna be real honest, I am starting to feel super stressed. I am feeling very emotional. I'm on the verge, I feel, of like crying any 2 seconds. Even just talking about me feeling like I'm gonna cry, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I can feel it here. It's been very hard for me to stay focused. It's very hard for me right now to focus on anything else besides everything going through my mind about the surgery. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that maybe you don't know this backstory about Alyssa, is that she's been dealing with this for a very, very long time. When she was 6 years old, sorry, Landon's playing right behind me, so I keep checking on him. When she was 6 years old, she started complaining of just all sorts of really weird things like stomach aches, headaches, leg pain, back pain, ear pain. She was losing her sight at one point, and she couldn't even stay in school. There were days where she would just spend days in bed. She couldn't walk. There were days I had to literally pick her up and carry her to the toilet just to go to the bathroom. And so you can imagine how frightening that was, because I was taking her to every doctor under the sun at Children's, and they had no answers. She was having all these blood draws. They were just, everyone was poking and probing her, and they couldn't figure it out. And at one point, they even thought that she maybe had like fibromyalgia, or some other type of autoimmune disorder, because they could not figure out what was going on. And after a couple years, they finally sent her, with no answers, they sent her to a sleep doctor. And the sleep doctor concluded that her airway was completely shutting down at night, and they had found that she had enlarged adenoids and tonsils, which seemed to be like the answer to me. I had my tonsils removed when I was like 16. And so I thought, oh, okay, so this is the problem. And so at 8 years old, she had those removed. She also went on a CPAP machine. And things were getting better. She was now being able to get to school. She was feeling a little bit better, but things were not right. Like we still couldn't figure out why she still wasn't like feeling the best. And so Alyssa, being Alyssa, just kind of started not wanting to bother anyone. I can see Landon. Can you see him right there? Look at him right there. Right there. Can you come closer to the back door, please? Come here. Or then you're going to have to come in the house. Come on. Thank you. I can't remember what I was saying, but she just didn't feel quite right, but of course, she didn't want to bother anyone either, but I knew something was still not right. She was just going through all these weird things, and still all this stuff of just not feeling right, and still ending up at the doctor's a lot, or she had to go to the emergency room a couple times. Just weird stuff was going on with her. Still, not nearly as bad, but still. So when she went in for her orthodontic treatment to get braces put on, she was like in 5th or 6th grade, somewhere in there. I can't remember the age now. And they wanted her to put on headgear, and she was still using her CPAP on and off. And all the equipment on her face was it just wasn't happening. And so when I brought that up to her, the orthodontist, she goes, oh, well, do her doctors know that her jaw is unusually small and actually sits really, really, really far back? I'm concerned that if she's sleeping with the CPAP due to obviously sleep apnea, that the jaw could be a problem. Maybe her jaw is collapsing on her airway. And so I brought it to her doctor's attention. They did some further testing, and they did a sleepectomy a little over a year ago, which they also found tonsil tissue on the back of her tongue. Go figure, right? So they were thinking maybe it could be that. But they concluded that it's definitely her jaw. Her jaw falls back on her airway, good 90 to 95%. Shuts off her airway 90 to 95% at night. So last year, in the beginning of November, she had her lower wisdom teeth taken out in preparation for surgery. And now here we are, 2 days away from this surgery. And Not gonna lie, that's why it's so emotional, because if you do the math, she was 6. She's 13 and a half. For 7.5 years, we've been dealing with this. She's been dealing with this. I have seen her just push through so much and be so miserable and so sad and so tired all the time. And so I am just relieved, but I'm scared, and I don't know what to expect. I mean, I'm freaking out over some of the things that I read and other stories that people share with me. The fact that she's going to have to probably be in the ICU afterwards due to her breathing. There's just so much stuff that I can't seem to compute, and it's affecting a lot of things in my life right now. I'm very unfocused. I'm having problems sleeping. I'm stressed out. I know I've been slightly stress eating, probably more. Not bad, but enough for me. It's making my own chronic pain condition flare up, go absolutely bananas, so I'm in a lot of pain. It's needless to say a lot. But I wanted to share this because the surgery is now here. I wanted people to know what's going on. And I also just wanted to give a big thank you to you. If you have been sending love and prayers and good vibes, I appreciate it. Alyssa appreciates it. I can't thank you enough for the support. It truly does mean so much to us. But I will be sure to keep everyone up to date. I will be sure to let you know how she's doing. She, of course, has been wanting to share a lot of this journey publicly so that other people can see what she's going through and what she's been through up until this point. So this is, I guess, kind of like a pre-surgery, up-to-date post to let you know what she's been up to this point. And there will be more to come. We're excited. Thank you so much. Bye.